Hello guys, welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. There is a message that I received, then I posted it on our other platform. Then I had to ask one of our admins to give us a translation. This is the translation of the message that I received. The message reads like this. Hello my brother, how are you? I have a confession to make. At the same time, I am looking for any kind of financial help. I came across your number. This was on Facebook. Then I took a decision to reach out to you, thinking that maybe I can get any kind of financial help. 10 years ago, my brother, I was a thief. I was not just any random thief, but I was a bus thief. What we would do, me and my other friends that I used to go around with, stealing people's stuff in the buses, what we would do is that we would buy some bus tickets. Then we would pretend as if we were nothing but regular passengers. We used to target long distance buses. Then along the way, when the bus would have stopped so that the people can get some refreshments, since most of these buses, they will be traveling for very long distances, we will then get off the bus and we will be wearing very nice clothes such that you will never suspect us. And I used to work with a lot of women. Some of these women that I used to work with, most of them, they will be having children. But these children that they will be going around with, they were not their children as such. We used to do this so that people would not suspect that we were thieves. Then we will get off the bus as if we wanted to buy something. And whenever we will buy something, we will buy the most expensive stuff so that people will not suspect that we were thieves. After buying whatever items we would have bought, all the other passengers would have gotten off the bus. Then we will quickly get back onto the bus. Then we will start to steal other passengers' bags, the ones that we would have seen that they contained valuable items. As the bus will be traveling, it will be our job to look around to see who was having what. Then once the bus would have stopped, that is when we will target that bag that we would have seen that it will be containing valuable items. Along the way, one by one, me and my friends that I used to steal with, we would get off at different destinations, stealing valuable items. Then we will meet each other after we had all gotten off at different destinations. We used to steal a lot of valuable items from unsuspecting passengers. Like this festive season that is fast approaching, a lot of people, they need to be very careful when traveling, especially if you are using public transport. Never trust anyone, because the majority of the people that will be using the public transport during the festive season, there will be thieves that will be looking to steal anything that they can lay their hands on. We used to target buses, mostly the buses that were coming from South Africa. We would operate in certain areas. Indeed, we used to operate in Harare, but we chose to operate between Ngundu and Masvingo, stealing people's groceries and bags. The bags that we would have seen that they had a lot of valuable items inside. In Masvingo, what we will do is that we would pretend as if we were forex dealers. Once the bus would have stopped, then we would get onto the bus and we will be wearing very nice clothes, so much that people will just think that we are on our way from South Africa. Then, whilst the bus driver would be busy unloading the trailer, then we would get off the bus and we would go to the place where the bus driver and the conductor will be offloading bags for the people that will be getting off the bus in Masvingo. Then we will pretend as if we were also part of the passengers. So after pointing at the groceries that we would want to steal, then there will be a car that will be waiting for us just around the corner. Then we would load the bags in our getaway car, the bags and the groceries that we would have stolen from that bus. We used to do this throughout the night. After the bus from which we would have stolen the groceries would have left, we would wait again for another bus that will be coming from South Africa. We used to do this throughout the night. Then we would go back to our hideout and we would divide our spoils. Then it happened that one day, as usual, I stole quite a big bag. And when we went back to our hiding place, and when I opened it, I saw that there was nothing that was really valuable inside that bag. But I saw that inside that big bag, there were some clothes. And these clothes that were inside, they were not your regular clothes, but they were those clothes that I used mainly for ancestral ceremonies. And there was a walking stick. This walking stick that was inside that big bag, it was like the one that is used by traditional healers. Once we had seen all of these items that were inside that bag that I had stolen, then my friends that I used to steal with, they said that the clothes that I was holding, they were used for ancestral ceremonies and they cannot be thrown away like rubbish, because I just wanted to dump them in town. But they stopped me from doing that. They said that it is a taboo. Those clothes that are used for ancestral ceremonies, they cannot be thrown away as if you are throwing away rubbish, but rather they must be placed into a flowing river so that they can return back to their original owner. So we drove our car to a local river. It was a flowing river where I threw those clothes that I used for ancestral ceremonies and that walking stick that is mainly used by traditional healer into that river. Then we returned back to our thieving ways. But then suddenly I started to lose my eyesight. This didn't happen in a single day, but it happened over time. One day it all started when I just opened my eyes, and when I opened my eyes, I saw that I was surrounded by fog. Everywhere that I looked, there was fog and I could not see clearly. But when the fog cleared up, I could only see just a few meters in front of me. From that day when I saw that fog, after it had cleared up, I can't even see properly. I can only see a few meters in front of me, and this thing made me to stop the kind of work that I was doing, and I can't even be. And now there is no one that can employ me because I am like a blind man. I stopped working and I returned back home. I am now back home, stuck in the rural areas, and it pains me. It pains me a lot to watch my kids suffer because there is nothing that I can do. In the past, I was able to take care of my wife and my kids, but now I can't even provide for my family anymore, for my eyesight was stolen. I have been to so many government hospitals and they have sent me from pillar to post. I have struggled a lot trying to get any kind of assistance that I can get from the government hospitals, but there is no help that has been offered to me. One of the nurses told me that I should go to the private doctors so that an operation can be performed on my eyes, but I can't afford to do it. I need help with the money to buy the prescription glasses. For now, at least I'll be able to see. I can't go blind. Thinking of me getting blind, it really terrifies me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that I received, and after posting it on another platform, then I had to ask one of our admins to give us a translation. Please let us talk about this issue in the comment section.